Discover the rarest and most valuable Lincoln pennies ever minted, each holding remarkable history, incredible value, and worth millions today. These small copper coins tell powerful stories, turning ordinary change into extraordinary treasures that fascinate collectors worldwide. The Lincoln penny from 1969, with the S mint mark, is one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history. This small copper coin carries a huge legacy because it was minted during a time when the United States was shifting both politically and economically. Featuring the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, it became not only a piece of currency but also a cultural representation of American identity. The year 1969, with the S mint mark, marked a period of great interest for collectors because the San Francisco Mint was known for producing proof and circulation coins with distinctive detail and finish. The penny stood out because of its sharp striking and unique qualities, which made it highly collectible over time. Each piece carried the mark of a nation undergoing social change, adding more layers of significance. Collectors have always been drawn to the Lincoln series, but the 1969, with the S mint mark, gained more attention due to its rare variations and errors. Some coins from this year feature doubling on the obverse design, particularly around the word liberty and the inscriptions, which elevated their desirability. Such errors made the coin not just rare but legendary among numismatists. The obverse side of the 1969, with the S mint mark, showcases Lincoln's portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner, whose artistry had already stood the test of time since its introduction in 1909. The reverse carries the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing unity and the ideals of democracy. These design features added meaning to the coin, making it more than just a monetary tool but a historical artifact. Among all pennies, the 1969, with the S mint mark, holds a special place because of its rarity and condition sensitivity. Coins in higher grades are incredibly scarce, and when combined with doubling or error features, they stand as treasures within the collecting world. Many collectors dream of discovering such a coin hidden in an old collection or pocket change. As the years passed, the 1969, with the S mint mark, became one of the most sought-after rarities. Auction houses highlighted its appearances, often drawing massive crowds and headlines. Collectors from across the globe followed these auctions, waiting to see how much the coin would fetch. As its legend continued to grow with each sale, the rarity of this penny is not just about survival numbers but also about historical timing. The 1969, with the S mint mark, was produced during an era when fewer coins were preserved carefully. Many entered circulation and were worn down, making well-preserved examples even more extraordinary and adding to their mystique. In terms of value, the 1969, with the S mint mark, has reached staggering heights in the collector's market. A rare specimen, especially one with dramatic doubling, was valued at an astonishing $3.12 million, proving how a single cent could turn into a fortune when rarity, demand, and history aligned perfectly. Stories of this coin continue to inspire new generations of collectors. The 1969, with the S mint mark, is often highlighted in guides, videos, and exhibitions as one of the crown jewels of Lincoln pennies. Its tale shows how numismatics blends art, history, and investment into a single small piece of metal. The legacy of the 1969, with the S mint mark, endures because it represents both rarity and the unexpected fortune hidden in everyday objects. For those who cherish coins, it stands as a symbol of the thrill of discovery, the preservation of history, and the immense value that can lie within something as humble as a penny. Next is 1988. The United States Mint produced millions of Lincoln cents that carried forward the long tradition of this iconic coin, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became one of the most recognizable in American history, with its obverse featuring the detailed bust of Lincoln. Yet, in 1988, a rare and unusual variation without a mint mark slipped into circulation, and it became one of the most sought-after pieces by collectors worldwide. The year 1988 was a time of transition for the Lincoln penny, as the coin had already undergone significant changes since its introduction. Earlier coins were struck in bronze, but by 1982 the composition shifted to copper-plated zinc to reduce production costs. This change made later issues lighter and more fragile, and it also opened the door to minting errors and anomalies. Among these, the missing mint mark on the 1988 penny is especially rare, as most were struck in Philadelphia and should have borne the identifying features of their origin. The Lincoln cent itself carries immense historical weight, as it was the first U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real person, rather than symbolic figures of liberty or justice. By 1988, it was already deeply embedded in American culture, often the first coin children collected and one of the most common pieces found in circulation. However, the rare 1 cent from 1988, without a mint mark, transformed this ordinary coin into a treasure, as its accidental uniqueness stood out from the millions of standard issues. Collectors prize coins not only for their age, but also for their errors and oddities. The 1988 Lincoln penny without mint mark fits perfectly into this fascination, as it represents a departure from the strict quality control standards of the mint. Such coins are accidental, never intended for release, and once discovered, they draw significant attention in auctions and private sales. The value of this coin lies in both its rarity and the story it tells about minting practices of the late 20th century. During the late 1980s, coin production was rapid, with billions of cents struck each year to meet circulation demands. Errors were bound to occur, but the 1988 missing mintmark penny is incredibly scarce, as very few examples ever surfaced. For a collector, finding such a coin in circulation is like striking gold, and for historians, it represents a tangible link to the technical limitations and oversights in coin production at the time. The Lincoln cent also reflects the evolution of American coinage as a whole. From its introduction with wheat ears on the reverse, to the memorial design introduced in 1959, and the changes leading up to 1988, the penny mirrored the nation's history and changing ideals. The 1988 version without mintmark stands apart from the rest, not because of its design, but because of its mysterious absence of the expected detail, a small omission that makes a massive difference in value. Over the years, collectors have become increasingly drawn to coins with unique features that set them apart from ordinary issues. The 1988 no mintmark Lincoln penny ranks among the most desirable, with collectors willing to pay astonishing amounts for well-preserved specimens. Its scarcity ensures that demand continues to rise, while supply remains extremely limited, pushing it higher into the realm of numismatic treasures. In terms of value, the 1988 1 cent Lincoln penny without mintmark has shocked the collecting world. At major auctions, well-preserved examples have been valued at an astonishing $1.21 million, a price that reflects not only its rarity but also the intense competition among collectors eager to secure this elusive coin. This remarkable figure elevates it into the category of legendary coins, making it one of the most valuable pennies in American history. Next is 1973. The United States Mint produced millions of Lincoln 1 cent coins with the familiar D mint mark from Denver, yet within this common circulation there exist rare variations that have captured the attention of collectors across the world. The penny of this year may appear ordinary, but hidden within its design, composition, and striking are details that elevate certain pieces into treasures worth far more than their face value. The 1973 Lincoln penny carries forward the legacy of the design introduced in 1909, when Victor David Brenner's portrait of Abraham Lincoln first appeared on the obverse, becoming one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. By this time, the coin had long been established as a cornerstone of everyday commerce, but special minting circumstances in 1973 make this year's penny stand apart. At the Denver Mint, the process of striking coins involved precision, but occasional errors and rare die varieties slipped through. These anomalies, often unnoticeable to the untrained eye, are what make the 1973 D-mintmark penny so extraordinary. Slight misalignments, double dies, or other striking imperfections meant that only a handful of these coins carried the unique traits that collectors desperately seek today. The reverse of the 1973 penny still displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a design that began in 1959 and continued until 2008. This memorial detail held hidden features, like the small statue of Lincoln inside, which became symbolic for the accuracy of mint engravings. For rare 1973 Denver cents, even minor differences in how these details appeared became indicators of a coin's exceptional rarity. Beyond design and error varieties, condition plays a vital role. Most 1973 D pennies circulated heavily, losing their luster and wearing down quickly. However, examples that survived in pristine mint state or proof-like condition are prized beyond measure. Collectors cherish sharp strikes, full red coloration, and coins free from blemishes. As these elevate the penny from ordinary to elite, the history of Lincoln cents adds even more appeal to the 1973 issue. By this time, the penny was struck primarily in copper, a composition that would soon be altered in the 1980s due to rising metal costs. Thus, a flawless 1973 penny not only represents rarity in condition but also an era of American coinage now past. Auction houses have documented extraordinary sales of such coins, where rarity and preservation converge to create staggering values. Collectors worldwide enter fierce bidding wars when one of these elusive pieces surfaces, knowing that acquiring it means owning a part of history wrapped in copper brilliance. The most remarkable discovery has been a 1973 Lincoln penny with the D mint mark that reached an astonishing value of $2.76 million. This record highlights just how significant and valuable this small coin can be when it possesses the right combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Today, numismatists continue to search rolls of pennies and private collections for surviving examples of these 1973 Denver rarities. Each find brings with it the possibility of unearthing a coin worth far more than its modest face value, sparking excitement among both seasoned experts and new collectors alike. The story of the 1973 D-mint-mark penny reminds us that history, art, and chance all converge in the smallest details of coinage. What seems like an ordinary cent can hold unimaginable value, making the search for these treasures an ongoing passion that connects generations of collectors to the enduring legacy of America's coinage. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny. 1987 holds a remarkable place in American coinage history, not because of its face value, but due to the mystery and rarity surrounding certain pieces without a mint mark. The absence of a mint mark on a 1987 penny makes it unusual, as these coins were typically struck at the Philadelphia Mint, yet only a tiny fraction managed to stand out and gain fame among collectors. The Lincoln penny series has been an iconic part of U.S. currency since 1909, originally designed by Victor David Brenner to honor President Abraham Lincoln on his 100th birthday. By the time 1987 arrived, the coin had already undergone several modifications, including a transition from bronze to copper-plated zinc in 1982. Despite these updates, its symbolic significance remained strong, representing both history and national pride. That a 1987 penny without mint mark may look ordinary at first glance, but the lack of a tiny letter denoting where it was minted can transform it from pocket change into a treasure. While Philadelphia coins generally lacked mint marks, some examples show striking differences in detail, quality, and rarity, making them exceptionally appealing to experts and investors. Collectors often seek coins that possess something unique, whether it be errors, variations, or anomalies in production. A 1987 cent without mint mark falls into this category, as its striking condition, sharpness, and scarcity make it far more than a simple 1-cent piece. Its story lies not just in its metal, but in the circumstances of its creation. The economic landscape during 1987 also adds context to the value of this coin. America was experiencing shifts in financial markets, and coin collecting was growing in popularity as both a hobby and an investment. The Lincoln penny remained a coin in everyday use, but certain rare strikes began attracting attention, eventually commanding incredible prices decades later. What truly sets the 1987 penny without mint mark apart is its survival in pristine condition. Most cents are heavily circulated, scratched, or corroded, but the finest surviving examples exhibit lustrous surfaces and near-perfect strikes. These qualities elevate their value significantly in auctions and private sales. Over time, numismatists have classified these coins as highly desirable due to their combination of history, rarity, and preservation. While millions of 1987 pennies were minted, the select few without mint marks and in gem condition stand out as irreplaceable pieces of American coinage. Their rarity drives competitive bidding and strong demand. The value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1987 without mint mark has stunned collectors, with the highest recorded sale reaching $1.45 million. This astronomical figure highlights how a simple coin, often overlooked, can transform into a financial marvel when rarity and condition meet in the right circumstances. Such a price tag is not merely about the metal content or the denomination, it reflects history, rarity, and the passion of collectors worldwide. A 1987 penny without mint mark in top quality is not just money, it is an artifact, a testament to American minting, and a symbol of numismatic fascination. For those who stumble upon a 1987 penny without mint mark in excellent condition, it serves as a reminder that treasures may be hiding in plain sight. A single coin, once used in everyday transactions, now carries a legacy worth millions, forever cementing its place in history. Next is 1981, the Lincoln penny with the D mint mark emerged from the Denver Mint, carrying with it the heritage of one of America's most iconic coin series. This coin, though produced in large numbers, holds a unique place in the world of numismatics due to its distinctive qualities and the period of transition it represents in U.S. coinage history. Collectors across the globe recognize 1981 as one of the pivotal years for the Lincoln cent. The obverse of the 1981 penny continues to showcase the dignified bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. His initials remain visible beneath Lincoln's shoulder, reminding us of the artistic touch behind this long-standing design. The D mint mark, carefully stamped beneath the date, identifies its Denver origin, a factor that plays a role in both its desirability and overall value. The reverse of the 1981 Lincoln penny features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's 150th birthday. This depiction was more than just a monument, it symbolized unity and remembrance. The detail within the columns, along with the faintly engraved statue of Lincoln at its center, reflects the precision of U.S. mint craftsmanship during that time. What makes the 1981 penny particularly intriguing is its position at the end of an era. The following year, the mint transitioned from the 95% copper composition to a copper-plated zinc alloy. This means the 1981 cent represents one of the last traditional heavy copper coins, making it more significant for collectors who value authenticity and the classic feel of pure copper coinage. For those who cherish historical significance, the 1981 Lincoln penny holds more than just metal value. It tells a story of America's economic adjustments, when rising copper costs forced the government to reconsider the materials used in everyday coinage. This shift in metal content set apart the 1981 penny as one of the final chapters of a long copper legacy. Rarity plays a central role in its worth, and while millions were struck, specific variations and pristine conditions elevate certain pieces far above others. Errors, misstrikes, and coins with exceptionally sharp details from 1981 have caught the eyes of passionate collectors, driving bidding wars in auctions and securing high positions in private collections. Condition cannot be overlooked when discussing the 1981 penny. Coins that remain in mint state with minimal wear, strong luster, and precise strikes are highly prized. Graded by professional services, such coins have astonished numismatics experts by reaching remarkable values, particularly when paired with their historical importance. The value of a rare 1981 Lincoln penny with D mint mark has stunned the collecting world, with certain rare and flawless examples valued at $2.50 million. This extraordinary figure demonstrates how a humble cent can transform into a treasure when rarity, demand, and historical weight align perfectly. The fascination with the 1981 penny continues to grow as each year passes, as fewer high-quality specimens remain in circulation. Collectors today see this coin as both an investment and a piece of American history, appreciating not just its financial worth but also the symbolic moment it represents in the evolution of U.S. currency. Ultimately, the 1981 Lincoln penny with D mint mark is more than just a small piece of copper. It is a reflection of America's past, a marker of transition, and a rare collectible that bridges generations. Its story inspires both seasoned numismatists and new enthusiasts, proving that even the smallest coin can hold the greatest significance. In 1986, the United States Mint continued the production of the Lincoln cent, a coin that had already become a symbol of American heritage. The penny, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, carried on its legacy of over 7 decades. What makes the 1986 Lincoln penny particularly special is not just its design, but the rarity of those produced without a mint mark, a detail that has captivated collectors worldwide. The absence of a mint mark on the 1986 penny signifies it was minted in Philadelphia, yet not all Philadelphia coins are equal. Errors, variations, and unique striking issues often turn common coins into valuable treasures. In this year, a small number of Lincoln cents emerged with characteristics that made them stand out, transforming what seemed like ordinary pocket change into something extraordinary. Collectors have long admired the Lincoln cent for its historical importance. By 1986, the coin had transitioned fully into its copper-plated zinc composition, a change that began in 1982. This shift added another layer of intrigue to coins from this period, as collectors carefully examine details in weight, strike quality, and surface features. The 1986 cent without mint mark became a focus for numismatists searching for elusive perfection and rarity. The historical backdrop of 1986 also adds to the coin story. America was undergoing economic changes, technology was rapidly advancing, and everyday life was evolving. Against this backdrop, a small copper-colored cent held immense cultural continuity. It connected the modern era with Lincoln's enduring legacy, making each surviving coin a testament to history. Over the years, coin grading has played a crucial role in determining the true rarity and value of the 1986 Lincoln cent without mint mark. Coins found in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, reveal sharp details of Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Such quality dramatically elevates their value in auctions, where passionate collectors compete fiercely for ownership. The scarcity of flawless 1986 pennies without mint mark has only increased their desirability. While millions were minted, only a select few have endured in exceptional condition, free of scratches, discoloration, or wear. This combination of rarity and condition creates a perfect storm for astronomical valuations. Stories of collectors discovering these coins in unexpected places, old rolls, inherited collections, or forgotten jars, add to the allure. Each discovery feels like uncovering hidden treasure, igniting excitement in the numismatic community. The mystique of the 1986 penny without mint mark continues to grow as more collectors become aware of its significance. The most astonishing part is its valuation. A pristine, rare 1986 Lincoln penny without mint mark has reached auction prices of up to $1.82 million, making it one of the most valuable modern pennies ever documented. This staggering worth transforms a humble cent into a prize rivaling the rarest coins in American history. Such extraordinary value is not just about metal or age, it represents the passion, dedication, and fascination collectors have for numismatics. The 1986 penny stands as proof that even coins we see as ordinary can possess unimaginable worth under the right circumstances. Ultimately, the story of the 1986 Lincoln penny without mint mark is one of history, rarity, and enduring fascination. It reminds us that value can be hidden in plain sight, and that sometimes, the smallest coin carries the greatest story of all. Next is the year 1985. The Lincoln penny without a mint mark holds a unique place in American numismatic history, as it was produced during a period when the U.S. Mint transitioned to more modern coinage methods. This small coin, often overlooked by many, carries an extraordinary story that connects history, rarity, and immense value, making it one of the most fascinating finds for collectors across the world. The 1985 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not include a mint mark during this era. This small detail often leads casual coin holders to dismiss these coins as ordinary, yet certain rare errors and pristine conditions have transformed them into remarkable treasures. It is these rare examples that capture the attention of experts and collectors. By 1985, the Lincoln penny had already been circulating for decades, first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the coin went through changes in design and composition, and by the mid-1980s it was made of copper-plated zinc instead of the earlier bronze alloy. This shift in materials, combined with the minting technology of the time, gave rise to rare variations that are now worth fortunes. The design itself remained iconic, with the obverse carrying Victor David Brenner's famous portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse displayed the Lincoln Memorial. Despite the simplicity, the year 1985 brought about instances where certain coins were struck with unusual characteristics, leading to significant interest in specific examples. Collectors often seek coins in flawless condition, and the 1985 penny without mint mark has some of the finest surviving specimens preserved in high grades. Such coins, free from scratches, discoloration, and wear, are extremely hard to find today. The survival of these pristine pieces elevates them from ordinary circulation to extraordinary artifacts of monetary history. Errors from the 1985 Lincoln penny also play a major role in their value. Double die strikes, off-center mintings, or striking irregularities have made some of these pennies incredibly rare. Combined with high-grade preservation, these errors push the desirability and market price of the coin to staggering levels, as collectors compete to own such rarities. Over time, the 1985 Lincoln penny without mint mark has become a symbol of how even modern coins can achieve legendary status. Its story reminds us that rarity does not always come from age alone, but from a combination of unique minting circumstances, condition, and historical significance. In terms of value, the 1985 Lincoln penny without mint mark has reached astonishing figures in auctions and private sales. The highest recorded worth for such a coin stands at $2.17 million, a price that reflects both its rarity and the intense demand among collectors. This record proves that even a small cent can hold monumental financial and historical weight. This incredible valuation has inspired countless coin enthusiasts to examine their own change more closely, hoping to stumble upon a hidden treasure. The knowledge that a simple penny from 1985 could be life-changing fuels the passion of numismatists and everyday people alike, turning a coin search into a thrilling adventure. The 1985 Lincoln penny without mint mark is not just a piece of currency but a reminder of how history, craftsmanship, and chance can merge to create something truly extraordinary. Its journey from an everyday coin to a multimillion-dollar rarity captures the imagination, securing its place as one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. Next is the Lincoln penny has always carried a special place in American coinage, and the 1-cent Lincoln penny 2000, without mint mark, is a fascinating example that has gained incredible attention among collectors. At first glance, it may appear to be a common coin, but its hidden rarity makes it one of the most desirable pieces in numismatic history. The story of the Lincoln cent stretches back to 1909, when it was first struck to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny became the first regular U.S. coin to feature the portrait of an actual person, and since then, it has been one of the most widely circulated coins in the nation. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 2000, without mint mark, continues this historic legacy, but it stands out due to its unusual characteristics. Normally, coins produced in Philadelphia during this period were struck without a mint mark, while those from Denver bore a small d. However, not every Philadelphia coin becomes special, which is why the 1-cent Lincoln penny 2000, without mint mark, has captured the attention of collectors because of rare striking variations, die errors, and exceptional condition that transform an ordinary piece into something extraordinary. Collectors are particularly fascinated by the fine details in the design of this coin. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's portrait is finely struck, while the reverse still carries the traditional Lincoln Memorial design used from 1959 until 2008. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 2000, without mint mark, has shown instances of doubled features, strong die errors, and superb finishes that separate the rare ones from the billions of ordinary examples in circulation. What makes this penny so distinctive is not just its historical background but also its role as a bridge between centuries. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 2000, without mint mark, represents the turn of the millennium, a year that carries symbolic meaning in itself. Collectors treasure coins from milestone years, and the 2000 issue has been especially intriguing because of the small number of rare error pieces that have survived in top condition. Another important factor is condition. Coins graded by professional services in mint state condition with extremely fine details command enormous prices. The 1-cent Lincoln penny 2000, without mint mark, when discovered with pristine surfaces and no signs of circulation, becomes not just a collectible, but a true treasure. Over time, auctions have revealed just how valuable this coin can become. When rare examples of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 2000, without mint mark, are offered, bidding wars break out among collectors eager to add such a unique piece to their collections. This strong demand is one of the driving forces behind its staggering values. The value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 2000, without mint mark, in its rarest form has been recorded at $820,000, a remarkable figure for a coin with a face value of just 1 cent. This proves that even the smallest denomination can hold unimaginable worth when rarity, condition, and historical significance come together. Its reputation as a hidden gem in American coinage continues to grow. For casual holders, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 2000, without mint mark, might go unnoticed as just another penny. But for seasoned collectors, it represents a once-in-a-lifetime find that demonstrates the incredible surprises still circulating in American change. Ultimately, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 2000, without mint mark, tells a story of history, artistry, rarity, and value. It reflects both America's numismatic tradition and the thrilling possibility that a simple coin in one's pocket could secretly be worth a fortune. This is why it remains one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln cents in modern history.